Let them praise his name with dancing, wrote the psalmist. That's exactly what youth are doing at Bethel New Life Church in Wheaton, Illinois. 7 young women ages 14 to 21 make up the church's pivotal praise dance ministry. Let's welcome Jaquasia and Malaysia McAfee, both 21 years old, and have been with the group since its inception. We also welcome Autumn Beauchamp, a student at Canton Middle School who also sings in the church choir. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, Autumn, tell us a little bit how this ministry started.
Well, it all began back in 2015 with me and one of our other members who is no longer a part of our church right now, but we came up with the dances with one of our old directors, and we would come up with dances and we would perform them on Sunday, and after time the group just grew and grew, and now we have the group that we have today.
That's exciting. So what kind of dances do you perform or present?
They're usually liturgical, contemporary type dances to gospel music that we've heard and that we all usually like the music.
Jaquasia, tell me a little bit why you got involved with the Praise Ministry dance team.
For me, I've never really liked to be in front of people, like right now, but I never liked to be in front of people, but the opportunity to find another way to thank God for all he's done for me in these last 21 years is is pretty much the reason why I joined the praise dance team.
So when you are dancing, what are you feeling? What are you going through? And what's the message you want to present?
Most times it's just overwhelming sense of like gratitude, because I know that he doesn't have to do any of the things he's done, but he continues to do so every day. And the message I think we want to send is, how great and powerful our God is.
Malaysia, tell us why you perform and why you are involved in this ministry.
When I praise dance, I feel closer to God. I feel like our relationship grows because I can worship him through something other than singing or just praying. It's another way for me to build my relationship and grow in God.
And tell us a little bit about when and where you perform and what goes into all the rehearsals and how you come up with the concepts.
Well, we perform weekly every Sunday except for, I believe, third Sunday. And we perform right at the beginning of service, right before the praise and worship, where we all go to run to the choir stand to sing.
And tell us a little bit about how the concept comes about. Is it the week before, and how many performances do you do?
Well, this week tonight we're doing we're dancing to the song Grateful, because we go off usually what the sermon's about or however everybody's feeling. Like if one of the directors is feeling some type of way, she might be like, this song has really ministered to me, and I think that this is a great one for you guys to dance to so it can minister to the rest of the audience.
Do other members get to choreograph some of the dances?
Yes, we all choreograph the dances. We work together, we come up with the moves, we usually go home, try to come up with something, come back, put it all together, and then that's the dance that we'll perform Sunday.
And it's different every week then?
Yeah.
Malaysia, do you have a favorite dance that you've presented in worship?
My favorite dance that we've done so far is Don't Cry. It really ministered to me. Like I said, it made me feel closer to God, because I remembered that he's not dead, and I do have him to lean on in times of trouble.
Jaquasia, same question. You have a favorite?
See, now that would be also my favorite, because like every time we perform that dance, it is such an emotional event, because it's like, who am I that you would consider me worthy to die for me before I was even a thought in anybody's brain. And it's not just for us as young people, which you really don't get to see like involved with church and religion, but for our entire church, it is something amazing to see when we do perform that dance.
And Autumn, what kind of reaction do you get from the congregation?
Oh, usually there's a lot of clapping and they're kind of staring at us. And it can be a little awkward sometimes looking back at them like, oh yeah, hi. But it really is cool when you get the same kind of energy back from them that you're pouring out when they start to praise as well, or when they catch the Holy Spirit sometimes even, or when they start to praise, and it's really a cool thing to see.
Yeah. And Malaysia, what do you hope the congregation takes away from your dancing?
I hope that they get the message that we're trying to portray through whatever song that we decide to do, that it touches their hearts, that it touches ours, and even as we go live, when we do our performances and for the sermons, and that they can touch other people that aren't actually in the church with us, so that maybe they can either find a church home themselves or even feel that they can come and join our church.
And what kind of feedback have you received?
See, we do live on Facebook every Sunday of our services and our performances, and it's shocking to have my mother and our pastor talk about how many people view us and how many comments we get and shares and likes, because like what we're doing matters to somebody. So I think that's great for me, but because I don't like being on camera, but to be recorded and for people to feel what we're feeling and to know the Lord like we do through our dances I think it's my favorite part of that.
And Autumn, if another youth ministry group at another church wanted to start something like this, how would they start?
They should start by finding people probably in their congregation that wants to be a part of this and feels that it is their calling and the way that they should minister to others through dance, because it's the way that we show people and try to bring people closer to Christ through our dance moves, through the way that our bodies are moving, and through the lyrics, through the songs that we're dancing to. So you need to find people that feel that way too, because it's not for everybody. There's some people out there that it's not their calling, but with all of us, it is our calling, and it is the way that we praise.
Malaysia, you said you had very little dance experience, but so how did you get started in doing this? Were you nervous at first?
It's very nerve-wracking. When I first started, it was like all I could picture was standing in front of the congregation and dancing to the song that I had learned either 2 weeks prior or whatever the case may be. But now it's like I can't wait to get up there and dance. I can't wait to get up there and worship God, because we took the time out to make up these dance moves and learn the song, and it really touches my heart every time we do it.
And do you all plan on pursuing dance in your futures? I know you're in 8th grade, right, Autumn? So will you continue doing this?
Probably not. Probably going to keep it within church, but I do plan to probably continue dancing with the Pivotal Praise dancers at our church for as long as I probably can, as long as they'll let me.
Right. Would you ever expand it to maybe a young adult group, or would it always be a youth group?
I really feel like it's for all ages. Anybody who wants to dance, who thinks they can, and who feels right doing it, you should do it. It's something that you should put the time and work in to do. Come to the rehearsals. It's really for everybody.
Wonderful. Jaquasia, you feel like you'll continue this?
I probably won't expand outside of church because I'm not a outside of church praise dancer, and I really ain't got that much rhythm. But
I think they could probably argue against that.
But I mean, if it brings more people in, then yeah. But as far as outside of church, probably not.
Is that the goal? Is to have people that are witnessing your ministry feel more connected to God?
Yes, ma'am.
In what ways?
Well, for me, I think most people don't know how to express themselves, especially when they're trying to find and grow a relationship with God. So something as simple as singing or dancing to bring them into the church is really what we're trying to do, because that's the first step to getting you to build your relationship with God, and Lord knows wherever else it'll take you. But there's a stepping stone, and for all we know, they could love it, and they could one day be head over the praise dance team and bring in so many more people just because of they're able to praise dance and worship God through that way.
Could you imagine worship now without dance?
Not really. It's one of the main ways that I worship, other than being in the choir. It's one of my favorite ways to worship, actually, through dance, because it's just the body movements and the lyrics. It is so fun, and especially dancing with them, it is really fun too.
I imagine you've all made some really great friendships as well, right?
Most definitely.
The other girls that were in the dance group they joined a little while after Bethel started, but it's like we're all like sisters now.
It's a family.
Yeah. Yesterday we were hanging out, and it was her brother's birthday, but we were hanging out and we were on FaceTime with her, and we're just laughing and dancing, because these are the people that I want to hang out with. I want them to have the same relationship with God that I have, which makes our relationship closer because it's God.
Thank you, Jaquasia, Malaysia, and Autumn for joining us and sharing more about this dance ministry.
Thank you for having us.
I'm Anne Marie Gerhardt for Different Drummers and the Greater Chicago Broadcast Ministries. Keep the faith.